timely, insightful, discussion and analysis of economic trends and markets. From Southern California to Sacramento, featuring business and political leaders, unique field reports. From Orange County and the campus of Chapman University, this is the Chapman Business Report.
Welcome back to the Chapman Business Report. I'm Pete Weitzner, head of the broadcast journalism program here on the campus of Chapman University. And to my left is Esmael Adibi, the longtime Chapman economist, fresh from finishing his 35th annual revision to his economic forecast, along with the president of the school, the man he used to TA for, Dr. Jim Doty. A lot to talk about on this show, Essie. We talked about last show how real estate is booming in California. Values up as much as 30% year over year. Housing starts are up, but there are concerns about another bubble coming, so we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about why nobody's talking about the debt and the deficit anymore compared to last year. The derby for the LA Times and why more production keeps leaving Hollywood, even for places like London, which are as high cost, if not more, and how the U.S. is now leading the world, at least by a percentage basis, in oil production.
Exactly.
But we'll get back to this bubble. We'll start with this bubble, near and dear to us here. As I mentioned, 30% increase on single-family homes year over year. You made the case at your revision, the case that there is, at this point, there is not, and you don't see a bubble. Why not?
Okay, first, again, although we mentioned it in previous shows, that the 30% is a little bit biased and it's not reliable because, again, it does not take into account the mix of homes that are being sold. So if you look at same inventory of homes, my home, your home, probably the prices have gone up about between 12 to 15%. Now, the direction though is what's making you nervous, and who's participating in the marketplace is making you nervous. First, if we continue going double digit, I think that would give me lots of concern that maybe we're getting to the bubble territory. Let's say
there's less and less people can afford a home.
Exactly.
And there's various measures of affordability, but right now, when we set an index of 191, at 2013 it's 200, meaning median incomes are twice what a median home was.
Exactly.
So that's encouraging.
That's encouraging. So that doesn't, point to bubble problem, because homes are affordable and people are buying it if they get the mortgage and if they have, obviously, the job. We look at it a different way also. We looked at the peak in 2006. If somebody had a median family income, let's say in Orange County, which was $75,000, and wanted to buy a home, median price, single family, $700,000, they had to almost spend 50% of their income
on their home
to just pay, and this is after all the tax benefit.
And now we're down to, it was in the teens, now we're down to 27%, which I think is sort of the time-honored, you spend close to a third, is that right?
It's typically,
a little
average is about 30% of your income should go to the housing. Now, so affordability gives us a comfort that, no, we're not in bubble territory. But there are a couple of other measures that you can see to point at whether you're heading toward bubble or you are in the bubble. And that is the relationship, forget about what it takes to buy a home, price of a home and income. Median family income, for example, let's say it's $80,000 in Orange County. Now, typically home prices should be about 5 or 6 times of median family income, which means we should be multiply 6 by 8, about 500, and we're getting to 540,000, 560,000. And if you look at the peak,
a factor of 9 in San Francisco,
exactly,
and it was a factor of 11 back at the peak.
So this again, not right now, but looking down the road, that makes me nervous.
On the other hand, auguring for no bubble is the fact that demand is still far out. We're way behind in supply. So
it's a supply driven.
Supply is going to start coming on.
Very good. Because if you look at household formation, how many homes are needed to satisfy new entry? Kids leaving homes, getting married. We have underbuilt, homes over the last few years, nationally, locally, statewide, and that supply is going to come in, and once that come in, it's going to lead to moderation in prices,
right?
And that's a good news. And another factor that we look, there has to be a relationship between inflation rate and home prices. If inflation rate is 10%, typically fixed assets such as homes, lands, carpet, gold, artwork, they go up 10%. Now, when we look at that, still we're not in bubble zone. And in fact, we did some studies, even if prices go up about 8% next year, that's what we anticipate, we're not in the bubble zone, but we have to watch out. One factor that always makes me nervous, Pete, and this is what it did last cycle when everything fell apart, is investors' behavior. We know there are lots of investors in the marketplace, and some of these people, honestly, I don't know what their exit strategy is. If their exit strategy is, short, they want to keep that property for long term, I'm not worried. But if a whole bunch of these people, they see a single-digit home appreciation, they see supply is rising, and suddenly turn around and start selling these inventory what they have bought, that's going to make me nervous that home prices are going to actually start declining. We don't see that. We still see that we're going to move in the right direction, out of bubble zone, at least through 2014.
Right, you say even with increasing starts, the household formation will be at 1.4 million versus 1.2 million. So
exactly.
There'll be good supply, which would push prices up. I might add, though, jumping back to our first component here in affordability, you somewhat say all bets are off if mortgage rates take off.
Yeah, we did some analysis.
Not all bets,
exactly, we did some analysis. Right now it's about 4.2, 4.3% mortgage 30-year. We put it as high as 5.5% for 2014. It's still, homes are going to be affordable. Not at that threshold of 30% of your income, to buy a home. It's going to be maybe 37, 38%, but it's not bubble territory yet.
Sure.
So the message I think out of our discussion here is home prices are going up. First of all, we should not look at these 30%. It's probably 10 to 15%. It probably would go single digit next year, and it's still we're not going to be in bubble zone.
You'd have 9% for Orange County, 8% for California.
Exactly, unless we see much bigger appreciation, and then I would start getting nervous.
Right, and the banks still aren't letting you and me buy a home like they did not.
They do. They're becoming a little bit more lenient.
I'm saying they're not. Whereas in 2005, 2006, if you had a pulse, you got a home.
Yeah. We're not going to go back there, and that's a good news.
I don't know that you had to have a pulse.